I really hope they go.
I do too. This cost us a mint.
I can't remember the last time they went anywhere.
Neither do I. Maybe now that Dad's retired, they can start to enjoy themselves.
Dad has always put in long hours at the office. He deserves time off.
Your attention, please.
Mom and Dad, on behalf of all of us, we would like to present you guys with a cruise. We can't possibly accept this.
Mom's always said you wanted to go on a holiday, but work's always kept you too busy.
We all wanted to make sure you'd go and enjoy yourselves.
I agree with your father. This is too much. You guys have helped us get where we are today. It's just our way of showing you our appreciation.
Besides, the trip is non-refundable.
The cruise is an ideal trip because there's always something to do.
They're great excursions. You can swim, parasail, and scuba dive on the ship.
They've been looking into all of the things that you can do.
We even made a list.
We researched and found precisely. And here's a list of all the best shopping locations.
Oh, you thought of everything? Well, they wanted to do their part too. I don't know what to say. You've always said you wanted to go on a cruise. Really? I didn't know that.
That's because we never discussed taking a vacation, let alone cruise.
I have to say, the thought of taking a cruise has never entered my mind.
That's because nothing but work has ever entered your mind.
No, that's not fair. Family comes first. Oh, really? If that's the case, Dad, when are our birthdays?
See? Claire's right, Dad.
That's not fair. Your mother writes them on the calendar so we don't forget. Oh, what you mean is that she writes them on there for you? She can't possibly list them all off the top of her head. Oh, but she can. She's always planning and making sure no one's forgotten. You mean you remember the kids' birthdays?
Yes, and everyone else's.
Their spouses?
Yes.
The grandchildren? Of course. She never forgets her anniversaries either. Huh. I haven't heard enough time remembering ours.
That's why we start reminding you a month beforehand.
Seriously, David?
How am I supposed to remember all these dates?
Well, funny, I never forget my birthday or a deadline at work.
That's different.
Just think, Mom. You don't have to worry about Dad trying to cut your vacation short.
When have I ever cut a vacation short?
Every vacation we've ever went on.
Surely that's not true.
The only vacations we didn't come home early from were the ones you canceled. Were the ones we we canceled. Just canceled them.
Seriously, David? If you told me you needed to get away, we could have found a way for you to go.
I told him that, but he refused to ask.
I think this trip is exactly what the two of you need.
That's funny, coming from a guy who will never retire.
We're talking about you, David. You need to learn to put your feet up and spend some time with Catherine.
Maybe find a new hobby?
Yeah, one that doesn't involve a computer screen.
Just go enjoy yourselves.
You should try parasailing.
I hear it's a blast.
You should try it.
I'll even pay for the parasailing if you agree to go. Please just go enjoy yourselves.
We'll look after things over here.
You both deserve a vacation.
When is this cruise?
You leave tomorrow.
We can't possibly go tomorrow.
Yes, you can. We've made all the arrangements.
We even had Misty pack for you. Misty? Yeah, she's been on a cruise. She'll know everything you need.
I can't believe you kept this from me.
Who was I to go on their surprise? Who else knew about this?
Just Lou and Misty. We wanted to surprise you.
We've taken care of everything.
Do you have any idea how much it costs to store a vehicle while on a holiday?
At least you won't have to worry about that either.
Peter's gonna drive you to the airport in the morning. We can't go tomorrow. I still have things to do at the office.
Already taken care of, David.
Can't believe you knew about this.
Know about it? Who do you think helped them plan it?
When I called Lou to organize this party, we discussed how tough it was to get you to take any time off. It was actually Lou who suggested the trip.
There's nothing holding you back. You just need to agree to go.
It appears as though you've thought of everything.
You just need to agree to go. The trip is non-refundable. If you don't go, all the hard work leaves for nothing.
What do you think, David?
Let's do this. I can't believe the trip was your idea, Lou.
Why not? I've been telling you for years that you need to spend some more time with that beautiful wife of yours.
We can spend plenty of time together now that I've retired.
Are you sure? I didn't realize Catherine was retiring as well.
She can take time off whenever she likes. After all, it's not like marketing is as stressful as our job.
I wouldn't let her hear you saying that. Catherine seems to really care about her work.
I suppose. I'm not sure I'm ready to retire.
That's funny. We agree that if you don't retire now, you'll never retire.
Perhaps I'll put some time at the office when I get back to finish the project.
Your office will wait until you do. You do still own half the company after all.
I'll come in after the cruise to finish the project and tie things up.
You can pop in whenever you want. It's not like I can find anything in there anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
Have you seen it?
I don't know what you're on about. Organize.
To you, maybe.
I know where everything is. It's what I call organized chaos.
Let's just say that chaos can wait until you get back from your trip.
Maybe when I get back, I can finally convince David to take over my place in the company.
Perhaps he'll finally agree. We're not getting any younger, and someone's going to need to steer the ship.
It'd be great to have David take over and continue our legacy.
I can't believe you helped them find us and not tell me.
What was I supposed to do when they asked me?
Tell them they should tell me.
Why? So you can say you didn't want to go?
I would have liked to be asked. What if you needed me for a job?
The job could wait until you got back.
What if a job can't wait?
Then I'd say no. I've never gone alone, and I'm not about to go solo now. It'd be bad luck to break up the duo. You're just...
Time to raise a glass to Mom and Dad.
Here's to having an amazing time.
To that trip!
Bon
voyage!
Bon voyage!
Hello? Yes, this is David Trafford Jr. What? Are you sure? There's no way. You have to be mistaken.
Hello? Yes, this is Melissa Anderson. What? You have to be mistaken. I just talked to them the other day. No!
Ugh, what a persistent telemarketer.
Ring, ring.
I don't know how you got this number, but how do you know my name? What? No. How? No!
Are you sure this is the right way to handle this, David? I mean, we only just buried them yesterday.
Without a will, we don't have any time to lose. Paying for the cruise and the funeral has emptied our savings. We need to use their accounts to reimburse us.
This just feels so cold and wrong. Surely you could just talk to your sisters?
Did you see them yesterday? Neither of them could talk, let alone hold a conversation.
They did just lose their parents. You need to give them time to grieve and figure out how to deal with their grief.
I just lost my parents too. I had to make most of the funeral decisions because they couldn't pull themselves together enough to help.
Things will get better for them, and then they'll be able to sit down and discuss things. You just need to be patient.
Unfortunately, their bills aren't patient.
Maybe we could ask your sisters to help pay until your parents' estate gets sorted out.
Neither of them understand finances or how to take care of everything.
Now, surely that's not true. Melissa's an executive.
It's nothing like our parents' estate. Celeste, what are you doing?
Posting today's look? Are you sure that the lighting in here is good enough?
I can't believe the two of you.
What do you mean?
Now is not the time for taking selfies.
This is work?
How is posting today's look work?
They gave us what we posted if it increases sales.
Yeah, how else we can get everything we do?
Surely you didn't think you made enough to pay for it all?
Well, to be honest, I never really gave it much thought.
Of course not. That would mean you'd have to think about something other than just your project.
That's not fair. You know how important this is to me.
So important that it costs you your job, which is why we're in this mess in the first place?
When I finish my project, money won't be a problem anymore.
You have been working on it forever.
Just give me some more time.
That's what you said 6 months ago.
Mom, let's get Dad to take a pic of us and both post it.
Great idea, but I don't think your father knows enough about angles and lighting.
I told you we should have identified that their portable ring light.
Let's go check the lighting over there by the window. Can I help you?
Yes, this is David Trafford Jr. We have an appointment to see Miss Defy at 1 o'clock.
Let me check the book. Oh yes, right here. Let's check. Mystify will be with you shortly.
Thank you.
David, we found a window with great lighting. Can you please take a picture for us? We forgot a tripod.
You didn't tell me you were the Stratford Stunners.
The what?
The Stratford Stunners. Are you both here?
Those stunners? What's she talking about, Soph?
It's what they call Mom and I when we collab.
Collab?
Shades collaborate when they both post and tag each other. I've never figured out how someone who uses technology can be so clueless when it comes to social media. I'm not sure, Miss, if I can help you. Her specialty is estate law. She doesn't represent celebrities.
We're not celebrities. We're here about my parents' estate.
Come in, please. Hello, I'm Miranda Rise. You must be Mr. and Mrs. Newcastle.
Please just call me Claire.
Claire and
Peter.
Peter. Nice to meet you both. How can I help you?
We were hoping you could help us with these.
Please, sit.
We didn't know what to do.
We don't have the finances to cover any of our parents' bills.
We figured that after these papers came, legal advice is a good place to start.
Before I answer anything, can I have a look, please?
Yes, please. I don't understand any of this legal jargon. There's just so much papers.
She makes sense of it. It's her job.
It looks like you've been named in a suit regarding the estate of David and Catherine Stratford
Yes, they are my parents.
and David Stratford Jr. and, hold on, Melissa Anderson are your siblings?
Yes.
Did your parents have wills?
Not that I know of. They never talked about that stuff.
It's strange for people your parents' age not to have one.
We all looked, but couldn't find one.
That's odd. Most parents usually tell their children where they are in case something ever happens.
We never talked about finances. My siblings and I have always been self-reliant.
What about other family members?
There aren't any that we know of.
Is there anyone who might know anything about your parents' wishes?
No, it's always been my parents and my siblings. It's all so confusing.
Your brother is petitioning to manage your parents' estate.
Does that mean he would make all the decisions?
Without consulting us?
That's what he's asking for. These papers are asking you to grant him permission.
Did he do that?
If everyone agrees.
Do you want him deciding everything without consulting you and Melissa first?
Your brother didn't talk to you about this beforehand.
No. This is the first time we heard about it.
Interesting. Are things strained within the family?
Not that I know of. But we've barely talked since the accident has happened.
David planned the funeral and has taken care of everything since her death. Claire and Melissa simply let him handle it all.
We didn't want to cause waves. The details were too much. I'm still trying to process that they're gone.
This is a very straightforward request. It's more like, what would you like to do?
I don't know. What do you think we should do?
I think that I would need more information before I could properly advise you on anything.
How do we get that information?
Well, I do have a detective I work with for cases like this. Would you like me to ask him to investigate?
I don't know. That feels sneaky and underhanded.
Maybe, but your parents aren't here to ask them what they would have wanted.
Peter's right, Claire. This may be the only way to get the answers you're looking for.
I think we should. After all, what do we have to lose?
Do you think it would make things worse with my brother and sister?
I don't see how. It's not like you're talking anymore.
I hate the way things are.
Perhaps Robin, my private detective, can find a will or something explaining what their wishes were. If he does, it'll make things easier on everyone.
She's right. Everybody's doing what they think is best, but nobody really knows what your parents would have wanted.
You really think this is a good idea?
I think it's worth a shot.
Alright, let's do it. Call your private detective.
I will get in contact with him and let you know as soon as we find anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Frida, can you come in here, please? Where were you? I was out getting coffee. You could have waited until my clients got here.
Oh, I'm sorry. The line was longer than usual.
Whatever. Can you please contact Robin about coming to see me about a new job?
Oh, sure thing. Anything else?
Not right now.
Good. My coffee was getting cold.
Where's mine?
With the broken coffee pot.
I told you to buy a new one.
With what? Buttons?
Not to worry.
How can I not worry? This whole situation is just a colossal mess.
Well, if you talk to a lawyer, someone might know what we're dealing with.
I hope she knows what she's doing. We don't have any extra money laying around to spend in legal fees.
Oh, hello. You must be early. Miss Case doesn't have an appointment for another hour.
Yes, we're early.
She should be here soon. She always gets an early start too.
Jasmine, can you please look at Gold versus Golding, Putnam versus Putnam, and Smith versus Smith for me so I can view them again before the Andersons get here?
I'll look them up, but as for the Andersons, they're already here. Just in case, meet Alyssa and Doug Anderson.
Nice to meet you, Justine Case.
Nice to meet you too. Let's discuss your case.
I don't know what to do. All of this just confuses us.
Let's just start at the beginning.
It all started with my parents' deaths. You getting stressed?
Yes.
Please continue. How'd you lose your parents?
They were.
Killed one on a paragliding accident on the cruise.
Wow, they must have been really active, older people.
They were.
We're the fittest people doing anything new. That's David and Catherine. Just, play pickleball, skied, and still just walk around.
Hi.
Hiked, yeah.
Yeah.
Was this their first cruise?
Yes, Dad's job always made it difficult for them to get away. So my siblings and I gave him the cruise to celebrate his retirement.
Same siblings involved in the case.
Yes, I don't understand why you're asking.
I just want to get a clear picture of the situation.
Your family's always been really close.
I always thought it was weird because my family only used to contact on special occasions.
After my siblings and I grew up in the jail, we've been in contact every couple of days.
States are often crazy and do crazy things to people.
I suppose, but it's not like my parents had a lot of money or anything.
That's not exactly true. We can get Booker to look into their assets to help us locate them all.
Booker would be a great idea. Great thinking, Jasmine.
Booker? As Booker Quick?
Yes, do you know him?
Know him? We went to university together, had the same class together. Please ask him if he'll help.
I'll contact him to see if he's available.
Thanks. What about my brother's case? My sister's injunction?
Jasmine, contact the lawyers. I'm sure we'll be able to agree that we need to get to the bottom of all the finances and where they came from before any other legal claims or actions can take place.
We'll contact you as soon as we have more information.
Thank you.
Thanks for agreeing to meet.
No problem. I had nothing better to do and agreed to feature their coffee if they give us free drinks, so things around the house.
Thanks, Celeste. It appears your followers are still waiting for Color to come back to the wardrobe.
I don't think it's time yet.
I don't know how Grandma and Grandpa would feel about you gaining clothing and followers by exploiting their deaths.
I'm not exploiting their deaths.
That's not how it looks to me.
I don't approve of you using Grandma and Grandpa like
I'm
that.
not using them.
Oh, really?
I didn't plan it. It just happened.
I don't believe you.
Really, the blog story clothing company offered Mom and I clothes for the morning period as long as we help them with post stories and TikToks.
Well, sounds fishy to me.
Fisher than Alice Gandy also need to feature in their advertising.
Hey, that's different. You know full well that I said no.
Now why'd you go and do that?
I'm not about to exploit my name just to make a buck.
But you could get some great consoles, games, and swag.
You two should seriously think about it. Leia, I'm sure you can get some sweet reference.
I'm not interested. I'm sick of everyone making such a big deal about my name. At least not everyone knows where Arwen's name came from.
That's because Star Wars has had a resurgence. If only Grogu had moments with Leia instead of Luke, you could really cash it.
You're not funny.
All I'm saying is the two of you should think about it.
All you want is money, fame, and fortune.
Not true. Family's important. Why do you think I'm here?
Because I asked you to come.
That may be, but if family wasn't important, none of us would be here.
I asked you here to talk about Grandma and Grandpa.
I miss them every day.
I do too. Grandma was the best.
So upset on Sunday couldn't eat.
Me either. I just wanted to be at their place with them asking about our future ambition.
Or if we had our eye on someone special.
They were always interested in whatever we were doing. Purple was always on the sidelines cheering.
They've always looked after us and wouldn't want everybody to tell his throats. Besides, I don't understand why our parents started all this legal fiasco.
Neither do I.
Because we've had to spend everything paying for their bills and funerals.
If that's the case, why do we send them on a trip? It's not like they asked to go on a cruise.
They would have been alright with a much less expensive trip.
It wasn't the cruise, it was everything else.
I didn't realize your parents paid for it all.
I didn't either. Maybe your dad could have talked to our parents and worked something out.
That's too proud to let anyone think money's tight for us. Mom and I cover a lot of our expenses with our influencing, but the funeral home wasn't interested in supporting us.
Can you blame them?
What about your dad's job?
You mean the one he lost the day after the cruise?
Wow, that's rough. Do you think your dad could talk to Grandpa's old employer and see if he could get a job working for them?
I don't know. Times are tough.
You should have talked to my parents. I'm sure they'd understand.
They could have figured something out together.
Your parents are a mess, and Dad didn't want to burden them anymore.
I can't even get Mom to talk about them without crying.
My mom's the same way.
All Dad was trying to do is pay Grandma and Grandpa's bills.
Our parents would have helped.
They should have asked.
Dad didn't want to tell them what was going on.
That's no excuse.
That's ridiculous. We're all family.
We should talk to our parents and see if they can help you guys out.
Please don't. If my parents found out that I told you, I'm not going to be able to live with the guilt trip that now.
Alright, if that's the way you want it.
I hate keeping things to my parents.
I know, but time will only make things worse. Trust me.
What do you know about Catherine's death?
Nothing more than you do. That she got in a parasailing accident.
Now you and I both know it doesn't make any sense.
I have to admit, it was suspicious when they said the straps were tapped correctly.
Perhaps the people who promote rigging posted up wrong?
They have safety protocols correct too, like that in cruise ships.
Catherine would have never agreed to go if the straps weren't fastened correctly. You know full well we both hooked up parachutes, gliders, and all our flying apparatus thousands of times on our missions.
True. I'm sure you were trained by the best. Safety was always paramount.
You ingrained in us we couldn't trust anyone else to check our gear.
I agree. Catherine was always the safety cautious one.
She triple-checked everything and always had planned things didn't go as planned, which is why I refuse to believe the equipment malfunctioned.
She was the glue that held the three of us together.
I still remember how excited she was when we first started working for you.
Wow, that was such a rush. Who knew this could be this much fun and be this easy?
I didn't believe just when he said how much he pays for the job.
Working undercover is so much fun. We get to be whoever we want to be.
And to pretend we're someone else.
Justice said he's got more jobs lined up for us.
What's up every job pays like this?
The best part is it's all tax-free.
It's a great way to build our retirement funds.
We'll be able to live free and easy, and we'll never need anyone to look after us.
Very true.
This whole thing just doesn't sit right.
Catherine wouldn't have David to do anything about parasailing.
True, but if their lives were in danger, she'd risk David finding out. We were gonna retire, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
When you put it that way, the whole accident does sound suspicious.
It is. We need to find out what happened to them.
I'll see what connections I still have and I can look at the police reports.
While you're at it, please check what's going on with your estate. If they find out Catherine's been a secret agent for the last 45 years, it's gonna create way more questions than answers.
I'm not looking forward to the questions that information will bring. Is there anything that can lead them to us?
I don't think so. Our accounts are secret and well protected.
Our clients wouldn't be happy to have that information out there. They pay well for secrecy and discretion.
There you are!
Where else would I be?
Oh, I don't know. Out working, maybe?
I am working.
If you're working, why wouldn't you pick up your phone?
Because you didn't call.
Oh, check your phone. I called and left you messages too.
Oh, she just texted you now. No one calls anymore these days.
Miranda told me to call you about getting you to do a job.
Okay, what's the job?
Family drama, money, the usual.
Tell me more.
Bloody hell, David, I can't make heads or tails out of your system.
Perhaps I can help.
David, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry, I should have called first. I can see you're busy.
You don't need to call. You know you're welcome anytime. What can I do for you?
I was actually hoping that I could do something for you.
Oh, what's that?
I was thinking that maybe I could help you out a little and in return you could give me a job.
I didn't think you were interested in the business, David. Your father always wanted you to follow in his footsteps.
I wanted to show him I could do it on my own, but I ran out of funding for my project.
Do you think you can make any sense out of your dad's filing system and notes?
Possibly. Can I take a closer look?
Please do.
You old dog.
Does that smile of your organization mean you can make any sense out of this?
Of course I can. Dad and I came up with the system when we used to discuss and develop ideas together.
This is what David was working on at the end, but he was frustrated when he couldn't figure out an algorithm to sort the data.
Would you believe I have the other half of the algorithm but was missing the part Dad's figured out? I can't believe we were working on the same thing.
I guess it's true what they say. Great minds think alike.
If you combine my work with Dad's work, the algorithm would be complete.
Would you consider coming to work here to combine your ideas?
Would you let us release it as a Stratford and Stratford design?
Absolutely. Your dad would be so pleased to see the combination of your ideas.
In that case, it would be my pleasure to accept your offer to come work here.
You can have this office, as you're the only one who can make any sense out of his notes.
Are you sure?
Of course. I'll be able to honor David's final wish of getting you to come work here. I call it a win-win.
Thank you. I can't wait to get started, Mr. Pohl.
Please, call me Lou.
Thanks. You won't be sorry.
I can't believe you're a private investigator.
I decided to use my knowledge to help people get the answers they're looking for.
I am so glad you agreed to help us.
When I found out it was you who needed my help, how could I refuse?
You have no idea how much I appreciate all your help and expertise.
I'm Doug, Melissa's husband. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. You're a very lucky man.
Thanks, but you don't have to tell me.
Okay, perhaps Booker would like to share with us what he found out about their assets.
Yes, please tell us.
Jenny the Staffman?
Yes.
Now, I looked into all their accounts, holdings, and investments. I have some questions I'm looking into.
Can you provide us with a list as well as to what they're worth?
Once I find the answers I'm looking for, sure.
Booker always finds the answers he's looking for.
And if my memory serves me right, Booker always gets his man.
Or a woman.
We really shouldn't keep you from your job any longer, Booker.
Oh, good. I have others tracking down leads as well, and I should have answers soon.
I look forward to hearing what you find out.
I was thinking it might be a good idea for everyone to get together and share what they know.
Do you think it'll help?
I don't think it makes matters any worse.
If we can get all of you together, maybe we can settle this and save you all a great deal of money and headaches.
It's want all this to be over so things can go back to normal.
I hear you, but when one loses a loved one, it's difficult for the family, and money loss changes people.
I just want to honor my parents' wishes and have my siblings back in my life.
Perhaps a meeting is a great way to start the healing process. Jasmine, can you please arrange it? How soon? The sooner the better.
We just received word from your sister's lawyer, and she wants all the siblings and their lawyers together for a meeting.
Are you sure that's a good idea? They were really angry with us when we filed for David to take over the estate.
Well, that's true, but hopefully by now they've had time to calm down and see that all I'm trying to do is make sure that everything's looked after.
Here's the latest correspondence from Rising Cakes.
Those are a lot of papers.
There's been a lot of correspondence.
Unfortunately, your siblings don't see the situation the same way you do. They're unsure of your motives and parents' wishes.
That's true, but surely they know that David has their best interests at heart. He'd never make a decision that wouldn't be best for everyone.
While that may be true, they don't understand why he wants control of the estate.
Someone has to do it, and I'm the oldest, so naturally the job should fall to me.
You are the best man for the job.
There are many assets and holdings to consider, and their lawyers want to protect their client's interests, the same way I want to protect yours.
Maybe a meeting would be a good thing.
Jury, please get a hold of Rising Case's office to see if we can coordinate a meeting.
I'm glad we decided to meet and discuss what Robin's found out about your parents.
Yes, please tell us what you found.
I've been wondering what you found out.
Robin, can you please tell Claire and Peter what you figured out?
It appears that the job your mother and misdemeanor said was their job wasn't really their job at all.
What do you mean?
You said your mother worked for K&M Marketing. When I called, they had no idea what I was talking about.
Perhaps she misunderstood who your mother told you she worked for.
There's no way I'm mistaken. Mom told me on many occasions that she worked at a company called K&M Marketing with my Aunt Misty.
Missy didn't tell me she was your aunt.
She's not our biological aunt, but her and my mom grew up together and know each other forever. We call her our aunt.
Misty knew the Stratford children from when they were young, and has always been a part of their lives. If anyone knows anything, she would.
Cases like this are never straightforward. It might be a good idea to get together the siblings and their lawyers.
You really think that's a good idea?
Apparently David's does. She sent us this letter asking for a meeting.
It could allow us to get together and settle our differences and be a family again. I miss our weekly bunches.
I miss your parents, but I don't miss the chaos. I fear this won't go any better.
What do you think?
I think it could facilitate an agreement between all three of you and could end this in a way that would just satisfy everyone.
Thanks for meeting me.
You said it was important, and you're from Melissa's.
Yes, we went to university together.
I see.
Now, I have some questions for you. You'll indulge me with some answers.
I can try, but I'm not sure what I would know that Melissa wouldn't.
Best friends often have insights a person's family doesn't.
Catherine led a quiet life, so I'm not sure what her family couldn't know.
When they began looking at Catherine's estate, they came up with some missing pieces.
Really, I can't imagine what could be missing. Catherine said it was the most important thing in the world to her.
That may be, but it appears as if she had secrets she was keeping from her family.
Oh, what did you find?
Secret bank account.
Why would she have a secret bank account?
That's what I was hoping you could tell me.
I have no idea.
Catherine's had the account for over 45 years and was still making deposits until the time of her death.
That's a long time.
Yes, before she met David, but not before she met you.
That may be true, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
You were also seen coming out of the same bank.
Meaning what?
And you may likely know something about the account.
Can you believe all we're going to do?
I don't think there's an extreme activity we haven't done.
I wonder what should do David or the family.
But how would you explain to them how you know all you do?
I can't, which is why they don't know.
You really need to learn how to ensure these things are hooked up correctly.
That's what you're here for.
But there may be a day I'm not here.
Thanks.
We gotta know, we're gonna miss the drop.
Lawyers fight, please, here to see you. Show them in, please, Frida. All right. She's ready for you. Hello, I'm Miranda Rise. You must be lawyers defying case.
Just in case, nice to meet you. Testify, nice to meet you. Let's get down to business. I believe we have many things to discuss.
Yes, I believe we do.
David feels, as the oldest, he should be in charge of the parents' estate to ensure everything's looked after and distributed equitably.
Claire doesn't believe that her parents would have left them without some sort of guideline or instruction for the estate.
Melissa believes the family would have planned or organized something.
No one's been able to find any directions or plans of any kind.
We've had Robin delve into anything that looks suspicious.
We had Booker do the same.
Were they able to find anything?
Robin's looking into who Catherine actually worked for.
What do you mean? Catherine worked freelance for K&M Marketing with Miss Demeanor, her best friend.
And that's what she wanted her family to think. But Robin's investigation discovered something different.
Are you sure? When I called, everything seemed legitimate.
And where did you say your degree was from again?
Okay, now what do you imply?
He doesn't need to imply anything.
Better not be. My record speaks for itself.
Oh, and if that's the case, Miss Justine, why haven't I heard of you?
Well, I haven't heard of you either.
Come to think of it, I haven't heard of either of you.
Oh, you three sound like your clients! How the heck do you think you're gonna fix anything if you will listen and work together?
And who are you? Who do you think you are?
Frida Convict!
Well, Frida Convict, you can't just come in here and talk to us like that!
I wouldn't have to talk to you like that if you're acting like professionals!
Please tell me, she did not just call me unprofessional.
Frida, why don't you go and get us some coffee?
Yes, Frida. Make a good little assistant and go get the coffee.
Double cream in mine, please.
I'll take mine black like your heart.
Mom, can we have brunch with Auntie Ethel and the girls on Sunday?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not? I miss the family brunches.
I do too, but Miranda said we shouldn't get together unless all of our lawyers are present.
We could invite them to come too.
I don't think brunch is a good idea.
But Grandma and Grandma value their family brunches.
I agree, but we can't get together until all this legal stuff gets sorted.
Why can't you all just get along?
It wasn't me that started this.
No, but you can try to end the turmoil.
There's things here you don't understand.
What I do understand is that you guys are ripping this family apart and we're trying to put it back together.
What do you mean, we?
Celeste, Arwen, and I.
When did you see them?
Last week.
We didn't say you could go see them.
You didn't ask if you could.
Since when do I have to ask to see my cousins?
Since we're in the middle of a legal battle.
You can sit down with your siblings and try to find a solution. A battle can only be a battle if people agree to fight.
Where are you going?
Out. Because when people fight, no one wins.
Layup!
Let her go, Claire. This isn't something we can solve tonight.
I understand why we have to come out for a drink. We could have had one at home much cheaper.
You've been spending way too many hours alone. This is the first time you've been out for weeks.
And I wish I was still there.
You're becoming a recluse and I'm worried. Just want to invite another couple here to join us.
Now I know you lost your mind. I can't stand here making small talk that nobody cares about.
You won't have to make small talk.
Oh, really? So this couple's gonna understand what I'm going through then?
Absolutely. In fact, you have more in common than you know.
Now I know you've lost your mind. Let's go before I make a fool out of myself.
We can't leave. They're almost here and that'll just make things more awkward.
I don't think that's possible.
Just relax. Everything will be fine.
Oh my gosh, don't look.
Doug, can we please go home?
We're not going home at least. We're not going home to at least have one drink. It's been weeks since you left the house.
Why did I let you and Arwen talk me into going out?
Because we love you. We trust you to look after you.
Don't look at the door. Text whoever's meeting us and tell them we have to leave.
Don't be silly. What?
Melissa and Doug are here.
Where?
Don't look at them. If they don't look at us, maybe they won't recognize us.
Don't be ridiculous.
Peter, that's meeting you here.
Doug! Wow, long time no see.
I agree. It's been too long.
How have you been?
Doug, can we please go?
You just got here. Come, sit. We're about to order a nice bottle of red.
Peter, what are you doing?
Inviting your sister and husband to join us?
Why would you do that when we're waiting for another couple? How would that look?
Really? You asked me to bring Melissa and have drinks with you and Claire tonight.
What? What?
You didn't tell Claire? No. You didn't tell Melissa?
Obviously not.
Well, now that we're all here, might as well share a bottle of red and catch up.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Neither do I.
Don't be ridiculous. You know each other you're mad at.
Neither of you started this legal mess and are both mourning about your parents and are miserable.
Both of you care for each other and need each other too. Figure out this legal mess.
There, you can't tell me you don't miss your sister.
And Melissa, you can't tell me you don't miss your sister.
Fine. One drink.
I guess one drink won't hurt.
Should you order a bottle?
Better make it two. I'm thirsty.
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem.
I figured if we're going to get anywhere, we should work together.
I agree. The lawyers and siblings, they just can't see on their egos to come to an agreement.
Now, I've asked some guests from the ship to come and help us piece together David and Catherine's last days on the ship.
What did you find?
Found a couple that were seen with them on multiple occasions. There they are now!
I'm sorry we made Bill didn't use Google Maps when there was construction.
I don't trust technology smarter than I am.
The app knows more about construction than you do.
Hey, it's all good. You're here now, and that's what matters.
We discovered you on the cruise during the time of the accident.
Please don't remind us. I don't think I'll ever get on a boat again.
I don't know why we're here. We barely knew them.
We were hired by the families, looking at anything we could find out about their last days on the cruise.
Sorry, but we don't know anything.
We didn't socialize with them.
That's interesting.
Why?
Because he was seen with them on many different occasions.
I don't know what you're talking about. The only time we saw them was at a few meals. Ignore the desk.
I didn't know you were coming.
That's because I didn't tell you. I need to talk to you.
You can't be here. We can't be seen together, especially here. What if someone sees?
Why would that matter? No one knows who I am.
I can't risk it. David Jr. is now working out of David's office, and if he catches wind of what we did...
David? You have no idea who I am. We have never met.
I have a lot riding on this, and I can't be linked to you or this situation.
You won't see or hear from me again once you pay the final installment.
How can you ask me to pay when Catherine is dead? She wasn't supposed to die.
You need to pay for the service we provided. You wanted David to die in an accident that could be tied to you, which we did.
You promised me you wouldn't hurt Catherine. I lost the love of my life.
Catherine. It's important to me too.
What do you mean? Catherine never said she knew you.
Know me? Of course she knows me. She's known me for over 45 years.
I don't believe you. If she's known you for over 45 years, David would have mentioned you.
David never knew about me.
How's that possible?
She worked for me.
She worked for you? As in, did jobs for you?
Yes.
which is how I know she was not part of the contract. I never would have ordered her death. Catherine had unique skills. I'm not sure I could find someone to fill her shoes.
Catherine was more than my best friend's wife to me. No one could ever fill her shoes. She's irreplaceable.
She was an amazing agent and woman.
Yes, she was. And you blew my only chance to be with her.
What do you mean?
With David out of the way, Catherine was going to need a strong man to help take care of her.
You do realize that there's never any guarantee that Catherine would reciprocate her feelings, don't you?
I guess we won't get to find out now, will we?
She was completely in love with David and would have never turned to you.
You don't know that!
I can guarantee that if she ever looked for another man, it would have to be someone who could keep up with her.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you don't know the first thing about the woman you claim to love.
Someone needs to pay for Catherine's death, and it is not going to be me.
I don't think you quite understand how this works. The man who carried out the hit is expecting to be paid.
He can expect all he likes until you can prove to me who is responsible for Catherine's death, and you can hold them responsible for the murder. You won't be getting anything from me.
I don't know why I'm here.
I have some questions for you.
I thought I answered all your questions last time.
That was before we found your fingerprints in the scene and in their cabin.
I looked in Parasail, nor was I in their cabin.
Fingerprints and forensics don't lie.
Maybe someone planted them.
There were too many sets put at both locations, but someone could have planted them. Who would want to set you up?
I didn't say.
You said you didn't know Catherine before the cruise.
Why are you putting words in my mouth?
I'm not. I was trying to find out why I found your fingerprints at.
No, this interview is over. I'm done with you trying to trick me.
I'm not trying to. Hey, get back, you're not finished.
Was that Brecken I just saw leaving?
Yes.
What did you say that got her so angry?
Nothing much. Just asked about her fingerprints on the ship.
Good question. I've been looking for you.
Well, you found me. What did you need?
We found Bill's prints at the accident scene. He swears he was never there.
That's interesting, because Brecken swore the same thing. Wait, who's Bill's alibi for the time of the accident?
Brecken. Think who was Brecken's alibi for the time of the accident?
Bill.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think so.
I'm here to collect for the Stratford job.
You've already been paid.
No, you only pay me the deposit.
And that's all you're getting.
What do you mean?
I'm not paying you for a botched job.
I didn't botch it. David is dead, isn't he? His death is enrolled as accidental.
Correct. But you also managed to cause Catherine's death. You were told to prevent her death at all costs.
I had nothing to do with her death.
You better find out what happened.
And how am I supposed to do that?
I don't care. Just make sure you find the person responsible.
You don't understand. I have bills and need this money.
Then I suggest you go give me that information by any means necessary. I'll take any means necessary. Capiche?
This is not the end of this. Capiche? Why did they find your fingerprints at the accident scene in the cabin?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The private investigators found your fingerprints at the accident scene and asked me how many of the Stratfords.
Well, I could hardly tell them there's been bad blood there for years. Now could I?
You told me it was all water under the bridge and you had forgotten all about it.
That woman turned her daughter against us and ensured that we haven't got to meet our own granddaughter.
Catherine and David didn't know that Sophia was our daughter. Was it too much to stay away from the woman? It was a big ship.
I don't know how you stayed so calm when they sat us with them for meals, was having trouble digesting food at the same time as a shrew.
Catherine Stratford was hardly a shrew.
How can you say that?
Sophia made her choice clear years ago.
That's true, but I couldn't stomach her going on and on about her perfect little family.
What did you do? Did you go to her cabin?
Yes, to talk to her.
What happened?
This cruise has been amazing. Who knew there'd be so much to do?
It's been wonderful. I've enjoyed spending the time together away from everything.
We should plan more adventures.
Maybe we should plan a family trip.
That's an excellent idea. We should talk about it with everyone when we get back.
Maybe now you can understand why I wanted to take the kids on vacations when they were little.
We couldn't afford it. We had to work to support the family.
I had money put away for special vacations and excursions. It was you not being able to take time off that prevented us from going.
Now that I'm a partner and I've retired, there's nothing stopping us from going on family vacations now.
That's true. Everyone would be so excited. There's so much we can do together.
I was thinking we should try parasailing. Parasailing Are you sure? Absolutely. I want to try everything.
It does look like it would be fun.
Perfect. I'll go see when they have time for us
All
to
right.
go.
Don't take too long. We gotta go exploring the caves this afternoon.
Don't worry, I won't be long.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Catherine invited me to see the amazing gifts basket your family gave me for the trip.
Oh yes, do come in. It's over here.
I'll leave you ladies to it.
Wow, this is quite a basket.
It is, isn't it? My granddaughter and daughter-in-law were gifted it.
It's exquisite.
They're always being gifted amazing things. Help yourself to something if you want. There's more than we can eat.
I can't believe they gave this all to you.
I told them it was way too much, but Sophia insisted.
She sounds like a strong woman.
She is, which is interesting considering her parents died when she was so young.
Did you say Sophia's parents are dead?
Yes, it's such a tragic story. Apparently they were killed in an accident, so Sophia has no other family other than ours.
That's tragic.
We think so, but on the plus side, we don't have to share them for special occasions.
That must be such a relief.
Family is so important to us, I couldn't imagine not having everyone around. I don't know how families who have to share their loved ones do it.
Many families manage just fine. It's better than not seeing them at all.
I can't ever imagine celebrating without Sophia and Celeste.
Are these all presents?
Yes, I got something for each of my granddaughters. Do you have any grandchildren?
Just one.
Aren't they the best? I treasure the time I spend with mine.
I've never met mine.
Oh, that would break my heart. I couldn't imagine missing all the milestones, games, concerts, and recitals.
I do have some pictures.
Pictures are awesome, but you can't hug a picture.
That is true, but things are complicated.
I see. I make sure to see mine every Sunday. We have everyone over for lunch to catch up.
That sounds like you'd be busy.
It is. I can't wait to see everyone when we get back.
She was so smug.
You're being ridiculous.
You have no idea how hard it is to listen to go on and on about her wonderful little family.
Why'd you let her get to you?
She had the audacity to say someone can't hug a picture.
That's true, I guess. But why'd that get you all riled up?
Because all I ever get is what I find online.
You made the decision to cut Sophia out of our lives when she married David. You said he was beneath us.
That's true, but she told them that we were dead.
What?
Apparently, Sophia has been telling people that her parents are dead.
What?
She told them that we were dead.
What?
You expect me to sit here and she can talk all of that. How she gets to celebrate with things we can't.
You made the decision to cut Sophia out of our lives when she married David. I thought you were at peace with her decision.
Never once said I was at peace.
Maybe not, but you always said you weren't going to accept David.
That's true. With a mother like that, he didn't have a chance.
What did you do? Is it possible that you're overreacting?
Overreacting? How can you say that?
She wants nothing to do with us.
That may change.
Why?
She'll know what it feels like to have someone she loves be dead to them.
What did you do?
I just ensured there was some truth to her lies.
What lies?
Did she don't have to lie when she says she has a dead parent?
Did you tamper with Catherine's parasailing gear?
Yes, to teach her a lesson about tampering with my family.
You just put our lives in danger, all because she ruffled your feathers.
Feathers? Do I look like a bird?
No, but you better hope you don't get caught, or you will be in a cage.
Nobody knows about our family connection. Thanks to Sophia, everybody thinks we're dead.
You better hope everyone thinks it was an accident, or we may both wish we were behind bars.
So, things seem to be crazy now that you have kids?
I suppose.
What do you mean you suppose?
It's just difficult because we have to show up during the day.
Good thing I told Justice he needs to find us jobs that don't require travel.
We need to create a cover story so we can travel when we need to. For work.
That makes sense, but it couldn't be a normal job. It would have to be something that requires travel.
Yeah, I mean it would.
What about a marketing agency? And we could travel for different conferences, and it would also give us the perfect excuse to take like weird phone calls at weird hours.
Yeah, that may work.
Canada for her! We could call it Canada Marketing. Oh my god, I can't wait to tell David how successful our company will become! I'm so excited. Speaking of our jobs, hello?
Oh, yeah.
We always have my bags packed and ready to go in our closet.
Perfect. Because you're going to Boston on the red eye.
Boston? What's in Boston?
The job. Look at the details when you land. I'll be in contact soon.
When do we leave? Tonight? We're gonna have to find a cover story for your husband fast.
Wait, did Justice send us on a job last week?
Yeah, he said we've been making quite the name for ourselves.
Doesn't he have any other employees?
Yeah, but none like us. I guess we really have been making quite the name for ourselves.
Thank you for meeting me.
Why do you want to see me now, after all these years?
I wanted you to have family you married into while you're still young enough to make another life for yourself.
Another life? Why would I want another life?
You deserve someone who can provide better for you.
David and I make it out just fine. We're as happy as when we first got together.
It's just as easy to love a rich man as it is to love a poor one.
We do just fine. I mean, it's not like you and Dad are rich.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Your dad and I are coming into some money soon, and we were hoping we could help you set up a new life.
Change the record, Mom. I'm never going to leave David. We've got an amazing daughter and a wonderful life.
If that's the case, why are you going to court for the Stratford estate?
How do you know about that?
It's not hard to know what you and Celeste are doing. You both post everything, by the way.
Since when do you use social media?
Since it's the only way I can find out what's going on with my family.
Well, if you'd accept David in our marriage, then maybe you could have a relationship with the three of us.
You and Celeste have been brainwashed by that evil Catherine.
Catherine, as in Catherine, my mother-in-law.
One and only wicked witch of the manor.
You are being ridiculous. She's never been anything but supportive and amazing to us.
She has poisoned you against us, so we haven't got to meet our own granddaughter.
You're being ridiculous. She's never said anything against you. You've done this to yourself.
If that's the case, why have you been telling people we're dead?
What are you talking about?
Apparently you've been telling people that your parents are dead.
Well, it was easier than trying to explain that my parents couldn't accept my choices and love me for who I was.
We do love you.
But not enough to accept David and Celeste. We're a package deal. It's all or nothing.
I thought that after Catherine was dead, you'd see some sense on how much we mean to you.
Catherine was more of a mother than you've ever been.
How can you say that?
She loves who and what we are and has given us the most loving family anyone could ever ask for.
Don't you regret not having a relationship with us after all these years?
No!
How can you not regret all the special occasions we've missed?
David's family has ensured that we've not missed any of them.
Don't be so cruel.
How is that more cruel than disowning your own child for her choices?
I regret that more than you know.
It should have been you parasailing on that ship instead of Catherine!
Get back here, this conversation isn't finished!
I'm glad you all agreed to meet today and try to settle this all out of court.
I agree. In my experience, when families can come to agreement, it's better for everyone involved.
Just think of the money we'll save.
After hearing how things are now amiable between all of you, we met, discussed your concerns, and believe we may have found a solution.
We believe we found a way to settle this all out of court in a way that will satisfy everyone.
It will ensure that everyone here is taken care of.
It isn't just about us being looked after. I agree. We have to honor their wishes as well. Well, in our meetings, we discussed how much family means to all of you, so I'm glad we're coming together to figure this out.
Without having to split the company or the estate.
I'm intrigued. Please, share your ideas.
Frida, can you please hand out the asset proposals for the family? These detail the assets that belong to David Sr. and Catherine.
We were able to compile a list of all the assets and their names, and were able to divide them in half.
The house, grounds, and some contents are equal to half, and the vehicles, patents, and investments are equal to the other half.
Which leaves David Sr.'s half of the company, which is appraised for an amount comparable to the other parts. And when you add all the parts together, they're equivalent.
We checked the notes and the interviews and proposed what we felt was fair for everyone involved.
We divided everything into 3 equal parts and hope you are all agreeable to the divisions.
David, I propose that you take your dad's half of the estate, half of the company, I mean, as you're already working there and understand the ins and outs of its day-to-day operation.
Dad always wanted me to be part of this business.
You've even opened up a new division with the help of your dad's work.
Melissa, I propose that you accept the patents that your parents registered prior to their deaths, their investments, partial contents of the house, and the vehicles.
We figured with your business background, you can make most of the assets and patents.
You do have a little business. I trust you with all the finances.
True, but imagine if you controlled all the finances.
Claire, I propose you take the half that includes the house, the grounds, and partial contents of the house. Traditions and keeping the family together has always been your top priority, so this way you'll be able to host the Sunday family bunches.
David, now that you've heard all of the proposals, what do you say?
I think you've all done an excellent job putting this together.
Claire, what do you think of the idea?
I would love to host a family on Sunday. The lease on our condo is up this month, so the timing's perfect. Melissa, do you agree? Yes, adding the patents and investments to our portfolio will be so exciting.
Sounds like everyone agrees.
Yes, it does.
Coffee's all around.
Thank you, dearie.
Okay, hurry it up.
Give us a minute.
My coffee's getting cold.
Who cares about your coffee? Millennials. Yeah. Your troubles.
Quit giving all our cash away, you old hag.
I'm not giving our cash away. Oh. But we got to make us those IDs. You're a wizard.
They were costly, but worth it.
Thankfully, we had all the information we needed. Oh.
I honestly didn't think Misty's would work.
At least I got to tell her to check the IDs. She looked up and saw your facial hair. You wouldn't make out for sure.
I would have just told her I missed my last facial hair removal appointment.
Like that'd work. At least I'll have enough like Catherine to pass for her. I even practiced baking.
All she did was check to see if the name and the number matched and asked how much I wanted.
It's so easy to get money out of the bank. I'm glad I have an account with them.
Agreed, does not seem like a very secure institution.
Speaking of, we need to find a use for all this cash.
I agree. Maybe we should start a business.
It worked for Catherine and Missy.
Now, we'd have enough for a vacation, a place down there, a Bugatti, and even office space.
Space. Well, I could try to get Free to come work for us because I know she hates working for Miranda Rise.
I could get Jasmine to come work for us, and they could run the office.
While we go out and solve cases. Imagine if we get another case of mysterious accounts.
As long as it doesn't belong to old people, because my back is killing me.
Mine too. Let's get out of here. Who knew canes and walkers took so much effort to use?
It was your idea, asshole.
My idea? You want to draw?
I've been waiting for you to pay me for the job. Well, I'm sorry. No way I can.
Since you also killed Catherine, quantum fears with that.
That may be, but you still need to pay me for the job done.
No way I can, Bill.
You hired me, you pay. That is the way this works.
You forfeited payment when you failed to protect Catherine.
Catherine was on the mission, David was, and I completed the mission.
Clients refusing to pay.
They can't do that. Catherine was collateral damage.
If that's true, why do they find issues with her gear after the accident?
I don't know. I made sure David got the compromised equipment. I have no idea why Catherine's equipment malfunctioned.
Well, you better figure out what happened. The client is not going to let this go.
There are always risks in missions, and you know that better than anyone.
This has cost me everything. Clients are willing to hire us due to the attention this action has garnered.
I will give you 3 days to get me what I'm owed, and if I come back in 3 days and you don't have my payment, perhaps then you'll garner some unwanted attention.
Are you threatening me?
No, I am making a promise. If I come back in 3 days and you don't have my money, then you'll have nothing to worry about anymore.
What are you saying?
A smart man like you knows exactly what I'm saying. Oh, by the way, what size do you wear?
Why?
Just curious.
I'm glad you all could come. I know Mom and Dad would love to know we kept the tradition alive.
I keep thinking that they're gonna walk in at any minute.
I know what you mean.
How's the job going, David?
Really well, actually. I've been able to work on some of Dad's ideas while incorporating some of my own.
Seems like you guys should be working well all together.
That's true, but at least this way I can continue his legacy.
I love that you've kept this room the same.
Well, there's no way I could have touched it. Hey, how are those investments going?
Great. I have seen that Mom has had her hand in some of the assets as well.
Can you believe how well they're getting along?
It's like old times.
I've missed these so much. No one's fighting about.
Doug, hands off the last muffin. I called it.
Sorry about that. I didn't hear you.
You know full well they're my favorite. Catherine has always made them for me.
Oh, sorry. You want it?
Yes.
Oh.
Seriously, how childish can you be?
Oh. Wow, this is really good. I should have tried one of these before. Hey, Peter, let's try one of these next time.
Claire, can you tell Doug not to eat my muffin?
I'll make sure to make some more for next week.
We spoke too soon.
Leave it to Dad to be the one that causes scene.
Doesn't he always?
I'm not sure why you wanted to see me. I thought the investigation was over, now that the estate's been figured out.
Now you'd like that, wouldn't you?
You'll like to leave all the unfinished leads and move on to the next case.
There's nothing left to investigate.
Looks like someone's not as good at keeping secrets as you are.
They were more than willing to spill the tea when we questioned them.
What are you talking about?
You mean who?
There is no K&M marketing.
Yes, there is. It's my business.
No, it's not.
Sure, it's a phony website, a phone number.
Hey, that phone number works.
Which is where you went wrong.
How?
When one posts a phone number, they need to ensure the person on the other end of the line can keep up the charade.
Let's just say, it's a good thing Justice wasn't in the field because
If he had been, you and Catherine's secret agent gigs would have been up years ago.
I don't know what you're talking about.
you can cut the act.
We're not going to bust you.
What?
Well, you see, we convinced Justice to,
Give us his business.
as he was willing to do as,
The last job has left him in a precarious position.
and he slightly decided to leave town.
That-
So they can't find him.
That can't be true. The last job went off without a hitch. The final payment came through when Catherine was on her cruise.
Which was lucky for us, but unlucky for Catherine.
Let's just say we all have a business arrangement to discuss.
Who are these two?
The office staff.
K&M marketing, how can I help you?
You mean K&M Detective Agency? Our first job is to find out what happened to Catherine in my bank accounts.
K&M Detective Agency? Now, how'd you like your coffee?